Welcome to the life of Nina. We just went out to the meat market. We always come out here once a month when my husband gets his check and stock up on all the meat that we need. And, well, he'll tell you, he's sitting here. Why do you come all the way out here instead of going to Walmart or somewhere, honey?
Because their meat's a whole lot better. I haven't, all the meat I bought out here, we've been buying meat here for, what, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And I've never got a bad piece of meat. It's always tender. The hamburger, you fry the hamburger up, you don't even have to drain grease off of it. It's that lean. And so I just come out here and get everything.
Little Mennonite lady riding her bicycle.
I can get chicken breast, cut it up, take it home, cut it up, vacuum seal it in different bags, and get about 5 meals out. 1 pack of chicken breasts out here, because these chicken breasts are huge.
Yeah. You know, we find out that most of the time, too, the prices are not that much more than what they are at the regular, like, you know, big stores, convenience stores.
Yeah, because their hamburger for a pound is $3.99, and like I said, it's lean. You don't have to drain grease off of it, so, and that's cheaper than I think Walmart and Meijer.
Now, you can also, like, we have gotten the huge packs, like 40 pounds of chicken, and you get it at a discount, of course, anytime that you buy a bulk quantity like that. And I actually canned it, and boy, was that good. It, you know, we had chicken for probably a year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's perfect because when you can it, it cooks the chicken while you're canning. And then all you have to do is open the jar up and, you know, warm it up, and it is perfect for like casseroles or enchiladas or, you know, really anything like that where you need, instead of buying like the shredded chicken in the can, which I don't like it, this is all breast meat. And I know exactly what's in that because they were raised by Amish people. And then when I can it myself, the only thing that's in it is salt. So, I don't know, I just feel better about it when I'm knowing what I'm eating, put it that way. That was a really, we ought to do that again now that winter's here.
I was thinking that. We need to can a bunch of that again.
Yeah, that'd be a good video. You guys might enjoy that too. I have a great big pressure canner. It's an All-American. I got it down at that Lehman store right before I lost my job. I just had a feeling I needed to start getting stocked up on some stuff, and so we went and got that and bought some jars and all that stuff that we needed, new ones. But buddy, that canner is an awesome canner. I guess I've heard great reviews about them. They really last a long time. Now, we haven't had a garden in the last couple years, and this coming summer, I'm hoping and praying that we'll be able to have one, even if it's a small one. Because me and my husband were talking, we would like to at least have some half-runner green beans and like tomatoes, things that we really love. He likes, what'd you say you wanted, radishes?
Radishes, cucumbers. I made a whole list, but I don't think we'd have a garden big enough for everything I want. Watermelon. And
yeah, I don't want to have a huge garden. I just would like to have one that I could can, you know, the green beans and stuff. Maybe make some either salsa or spaghetti sauce or something. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds and be able to do that, hopefully. Trying to get things ready for Thanksgiving. It's coming up pretty quick. We're going to have our son and his family, and me and my husband are going to do the cooking, except I think Kim's going to bring homemade dressing and a dessert, and we're going to do the rest of it. I want Mom to just be able to relax and not do anything. Thanksgiving Day, the 22nd, it will be exactly 2 years that my dad passed away, and it's going to be hard enough for her, you know, without being stressed of having to try to cook and all that. So we, of course, I don't think Mom has had to cook for a few years. We've always tried to have her and Dad come to our house. But now that we're living with her, we'll do everything there, of course. I hope you guys are getting a good view. Not much to really see. Just a lot of fields. I wanted you to see this house down here. Can we go down this road, honey? They have a huge farm. It's an Amish family. We've already passed 2 other places that had clothes hanging on the line. But I wanted you to see in case you've... oh, I'm not going to be able to... It's on that side, isn't it? Let's see if I can... Without making my phone...
Well, I can turn around and come back to you.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then, so I don't have to. But anyway, I absolutely love, you can just turn around here, love the way that they hang their clothes out even when it's winter time, you know. I am not going to do that.
Why not?
No way. Not with this arthritis in my fingers. We got a beautiful farm, though. My mom always did. She always hung them out when we were young. Can you see the clothes, I hope? Flying in the wind, yep. I said, I bet their fingers get so cold. Mom said when she first got married, she would have to hang out clothes, and then she would have to bring them in and iron them, because in the winter they would be so cold and, you know, stiff. I guess all I can say is thank the good Lord that people invented dryers and all that. I love to hang clothes out in the summer, but if I don't have to in the winter, I'm definitely not gonna. Now, we burnt wood how many years, honey, from the time, well, of course we both grew up with wood burners, but when we got married, we lived in that apartment. Yep, out in the country. And we burnt wood, and then we burnt wood until I think 2011 when we moved into town, and then we haven't burnt wood since then. But so we were always both used to really hard work, because that is hard work unless you're having someone deliver your wood to you. If you're going out in the woods or out in the fields and you're cutting your own wood like my husband always did, and we would go with them and carry it like to the truck and stack it. Sometimes he had to do it all by himself. But yeah, then we would get it home and we would stack it up out in the garage. We had a big garage that the back half we used to stack wood in, and then carry it in. We'd stack it on the front porch so you wouldn't have to go all the way out in the garage in the middle of the night. But there is nothing like a wood heat. I miss it so bad.
Yeah. Oh, I split it by hand.
Oh yeah, for years, didn't you?
Up till, and we didn't know at that time, that's when I was starting to get sick. But up until the last couple of years, I split it by hand. Then I finally had to break down and buy a wood splitter. But I stayed in good shape then. Maybe I need to start doing that again.
Yeah, you know what, I was thinking I've lost a lot of strength since we quit doing that. Because, you know, when you're used to carrying wood around, and, well, plus because I've been
sick.
Yeah, I've been sick for a long time, so that makes a big difference too. But
and now I can't do it because of my hernia and stuff.
Yeah, he had hernia surgery. Has it been 2 years?
It'll be 2 years the end of February.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because my birthday was, I was up at the hospital with you, wasn't I? But anyway, when he had his liver transplant, I don't know if you guys have watched any of those videos, but he had a genetic disease called alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and it's genetic. We didn't know all that, and I made a video on, I think 4 videos on that if you're interested. But anyway, he had ended up having a liver transplant, and he got 3 incisional hernias. So it'd be, like you said, 2 years in February that he had hernia surgery, and they put a 2-foot piece of mesh in his abdomen for the hernias. Well, it's already, the bad hernia that was at the top of his stomach has already ripped through, and the hernia is back bulging out again. So, you know, we had always heard that that could happen, but they were afraid of his intestines and stomach coming out through his hernias and getting twisted, and then, you know, that could be even life-threatening. So that's why we both decided that, yeah, he should have that surgery. But then when he had the surgery, he ended up getting
a C. diff infection.
C. diff infection, and was in the hospital an extra, oh my goodness, almost 2 weeks, wasn't it? And he got that after his transplant. And this time the doctors told us that every time he's in the hospital, he'll probably get that now. He's real susceptible because, you know, he's on the anti-rejection medication so that his his body doesn't reject the liver. So that makes him more prone to get sickness and get diseases.
So I won't be going into the hospital anymore for any more surgeries or anything.
Well, we hope and pray you don't.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have to spend an extra 2 weeks in there because of that.
Well, you spent, what, a month in that when you got that GVHD?
Well, I spent a month with my transplant, and then was out for a month, and then went back in for a month with the GVHD.
Yeah, and that is, if you guys aren't aware, I made a video on that too. It's actually called graft versus host disease. And it's where, when you get a transplant, it doesn't happen very often. Most of the time it happens when you have a bone marrow transplant. But once in a blue moon, some people get it after a liver transplant.
I'll raise my hand, but we're not on the video.
No, what'd you want?
No, because you said some people get it. I was raising my hand. Oh. I'm one of the ones that very seldom.
Oh, yeah. So he got that, and you talk about horrible, you guys. It was horrible. I, of course, spent the first month with him, and then, of course, you know, I had to go back to work. And I was at work, and after he had got sent back to the hospital for that disease, I was at work, and I got a phone call telling me that I needed to get up to Cleveland Clinic right away. So I know, you guys know I live in Ohio, and I drove an hour and a half to get up there. I left work, and I really don't know how in the world I made it because I was such a nervous wreck, because the nurse had told me he had a 1.5% chance of making it through that. So, you know, that's one reason I have so much, I guess, faith and so much trust in God, because he has carried us through some hard times that people didn't think that we would make it, and, you know, we have, all because of him.
Yeah, so it was the GVHD. I had a rash all over my body, and they had to keep rubbing some kind of lotion on my legs and on my chest and arms and everything.
Well, you had a fever?
I had a fever. I wasn't allowed to have any visitors, really. They had to wear a mask and gown and everything if they came to see me. So, needless to say, I was in a room by myself.
And in that month, you guys, he lost over 80 pounds. Yeah. 80 pounds in a month. He was so sick. I guess his heart could have stopped at any moment. He had to wear that monitor. So, you know,
I'm doing much better now.
Oh my goodness. I thank God all the time for sparing his life for me, because I know I could have survived if God would have taken him home, but boy, am I thankful he didn't. Glad he left him with me. So it's been 5 years.
Yep.
It's been a good 5 years, huh?
5.5 years, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
God left me here for some reason. Whether it's to
He's a good guy.
pick on people or what.
Yeah, you like to pick. we went to Sam's Club, and I got, my husband had seen a thing for our grandsons, and I didn't take the cart. Sometimes Sam's Club is so big I have to take that cart and ride it. So I didn't today because we only had a few things we had to get, and I can't name what we got because our grandsons watch the video. So
oh, go ahead, tell them.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping. Come on, Grammy, tell us. But by the time I got to the checkout, my left foot was totally numb from my back. So I'm telling you, it's awful. So we have to go. We're going to drop off the meat and all the stuff that we got at Sam's, and then we still have to go to a couple stores. So I'm going to take my cane, and if I have to, I'm going to ride in a cart. You know, I'm not ashamed anymore. I had a family member say that I really have helped them because they were always embarrassed if they had to ride in a cart or a wheelchair. And I said, you know, I think maybe when I started out I was, but if it saves me from having a flare where I can't do anything for a week or two, then I'm going to do it. And if it saves my legs from going numb, usually it's both feet. This time it was just my left foot. And my insurance won't cover having an MRI, so they won't approve. Of course, surgery can't be approved without an MRI, and I don't have the money to pay for an MRI, of course. So I just have to do what's best for me. You know, and that's why this channel is called The Life of Nina, because it's the good, the bad, the ugly, and the outstanding things in my life that I share.
I'm the ugly.
You are not. You are not. You're my man. But anyway, you know, I'm not complaining, guys, at all. It's just something that, you know, I talk about and I share. So it's not, I'm not complaining and I'm not wanting sympathy. It's just that if I can share my life and help somebody else along the way, then that's what I want to do. So if you have problems with your legs or your back or whatever, don't be ashamed if you have to use the wheelchair at the store or even the cart. I don't like to use the cart as much because there are so many people that can't walk, and you know, they absolutely need those. But sometimes if there's several sitting there, I will use one, especially if we have a lot of grocery shopping to do. And honestly, my husband does 98% of the grocery shopping, don't you, honey?
Yep. Always have.
Always. Well, no, you haven't always. Since I got sick, you always have. But we always went together.
Yeah.
We always went together.
The last few years I've done it.
Yeah.
I don't mind going.
Well, really, you've done it since your transplant, really. Most of the time, anyway.
That way I can throw stuff in the cart that...
Yeah. His nickname...
Not on the list.
His nickname might be the Candy Man, if you get my drift. Got to keep him away from that.
I still got a whole bowl of candy from Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm eating on.
Yep. All right. Well, we're probably boring you all to death, but I just thought I would take you guys for the ride with us. Hope you enjoyed a little bit.